Are you there? No, there's nobody there, but doesn't mind. Okay, I want to speak about mouthpieces, and there's no joke about that in English, not like in Italian. Okay, this is the average guy opinion of mouthpieces. I've been playing trumpets and cornets and trombones for 22 years. So I started late in my life. Brass instrument. I was already 40 when I embraced my first, embraced the trumpet. Actually, I embraced the cornet, but most people play the trumpet, not the my favorite brass instrument, the cornet. Okay, mm, this is my 2 cents. First of all, my opinion is that mouthpieces that are not for you when you are learning the instrument can make you play worse, but they can never make play you better than your present level, if you catch my drift. So you start on a 7C, that's what you get with your trumpet, what's it's in your case. In spite of the fact I got this trumpet by Thuman with this by Thuman, not from Thuman, but also by Thuman. It's a Thuman brand trumpet, the same brand, the same music shop. Let's see, it's a huge shop that sells everywhere in Europe and even overseas. Overseas means America for us. I got with a 5C. So I say, if everybody gives you a 7C, if this is probably this is the easiest, generally speaking, uh, mouthpiece for a beginner. Does it seem? Does it mean? Does it mean that it is not good? No. Some people played with 7C. I even played with a matching 7C. Obviously, I have several 7C real by Bach. This is a Bach system. 7C. 7 is how wide it is. The higher number, the less circumference. C is the depth of the cup. Okay? Okay, 15. This is the Chic 11C2. And okay, it's good. Let's remove bullshit. That is good for me. Should we stay with this? No. I think in time your embouchure gets stronger, you can play higher notes, and you can afford a mouthpiece a little bit wider. So my understanding is, okay, you don't move from a 7C to, if you want to ask things that concern what I'm saying right now, you don't move from a 7C to a 3C or a 1.5 or 1C. Okay? It's intuitive. You usually move from 7C to wider mouthpieces. It means the diameter is okay. It's not something you see with the naked eye. Most of the times they look exactly the same. This is a 5, this is a 4. Can I tell? No. We're speaking about millimeters. It's not something you actually see with your naked eye in the depth. I mean, the difference are minimal to see and to appreciate, to feel, okay? But in in terms of effect, the result is not minimal. So you move from a 7C to a 5C and then to a 3C. 3C is the average. What does it mean? Obviously, I'm generalizing here. 3C is the by default width for people who play jazz, commercial music, have some forays into classical music, and this is the Goldilocks, middle of the way mouthpiece. Then, the more you develop your embouchure here, you push with your lung, with your diaphragm, and things like this. The more you can play. God damn it! Sorry, but why do we have to annoy me? You can play with more and more mouthpieces, because first you play with a mouthpiece because, okay, that's the only mouthpiece I can play with. Okay, the more you get better, the more the amount of mouthpiece you can play with widens. That's my personal experience. So what happens when you play with a new mouthpiece, for example, a mouthpiece that is quite wide, wine, 1.5, I don't even drink wine. The more you need more. There's another variable is that we call it the truth. How many people do I have to ban today? Oh God. The wider the is the hole you see. That's the truth. The wider the truth, the more air goes through. Obviously, this is not a completely scientific advanced speech about mouthpiece. There's also this. Oh, I forgot the word in English. We call pen in Italian, but it's not pen. The shank. Okay, I think it's the shank. So every mouthpiece is a compromise. There's no mouthpiece that can do everything. What does it mean? When you are able to play with mouthpieces that have a bigger throat, wider rim, deep cup, you have developed embouchure, you can push a lot of air and you can have a big sound. This sound is dark and big, is majestic. This is the sound you expect, and I'm not a classical trained trumpet player, far from it. Only one time I was in a real orchestra. They didn't like me because I couldn't transpose first side music for D trumpet, E flat trumpet, having a B flat trumpet. What the fuck? But my sound was better than the person beside me. Anyway, but you need this kind of sound. Why? In an orchestra, you want to be heard, and most of the times, in an orchestra, trumpet does a lot of things that natural trumpets, trumpets without valves, could do. Only certain notes: G, C, G, C, E, G, B flat, C. Okay? So what's more important to be heard and to be in your face, but not like jazz, not like bright, not like very high. Okay? Oh, you like to be banned. Okay. Another band one. You don't know English probably, if you understand. Most of people don't understand English, don't are not interested in trumpets. So why are you here? But sometimes in jazz, as a jazz player, I want to play Stardust. I want to play. Um, I Can't Get Started. Or I Remember Clifford. I want personally a big sound. And a certain mouthpiece can help you have this big sound. Uh, I don't think this, I think you have to have in your mind that sound. If you don't have in your mind, it can get out of your instrument. Okay? So you have had the wrong mouthpiece, but you're a good player and you know this is the sound I want to get. You will get approximately that sound. You have the right gear, the right mouthpiece. You don't know what to make of it because you're not a good player and you don't have in your mind that sound. You're not gonna get that sound. So my point is, you cannot get massive improvement or through changing your mouthpiece. And even changing your mouthpiece shouldn't make you think, oh, I don't have to study so much. I have the right mouthpiece and I can higher notes. First of all, it doesn't happen all the time. Personally, mouthpiece that are theoretically um, good to get high. That's a general thing. But in reality, I think there are a lot of exceptions. I played with mouthpiece with a quite shallow cup here. I mean, not very deep. The rim not very wide diameter. Oh, this is for lead. This is to play high pitched notes. No, I didn't get it. Why? Because it helps people to already have innate high pitched notes, and that helps have a different sound on high pitched notes and maybe get 2 or 3 extra partials, very high notes. To me, doesn't change a thing, and I don't have any extra push. I don't have a leg up. Obviously, and nobody follows me because those people who usually follow me are Italians, but most of them are not interested. So you'll see that. So what happens? So should I not get those mouthpieces? No, it's not very expensive. I get Arnold and Sons, or even 60, 70 euros. You get it, you try it, and you keep on learning and practicing with your standard old shoe mouthpiece, and you try it out now and then. When you get it better, and you get better if you practice, that mouthpiece will come in handy. What does it mean? In spite of the fact we can be good. Obviously, it's like if one to do hunt, I need to be a good shot. That doesn't mean, oh, I'm such a good shot, I use whatever gear to. No. Obviously, if you hunt elephants, you get some weapons. If you hunt pigeons, you get another weapon. That's too extreme. But that means that I play classical music. I wouldn't get a mouthpiece that is geared towards bright commercial sound. Sometimes it's called commercial mouthpiece. Doesn't mean that what the adjective commercial usually means for all this music, pop, rock, some kind of jazz, or soundtrack music, like where you hear a lot of trumpets and things, where the trumpet usually has a different sound, is more in your face, is brighter, many times is placed um, up there high, where I don't get anyway for the time being. So but if you're not good, the mouthpiece is worth nothing. It gives, you know, some extra push. But it's like running. I can get the best running shoes. If I don't have enough stamina, it doesn't change anything. So mouthpiece can help you in some way, can hinder you in some way. Doesn't work miracles. Mouthpiece do not work miracles. And I came to this. Sometimes I change the mouthpiece, not because it's easier, or bigger sound, or high pitch note, just because I like the tone. Do you understand? Not because I like the timbre. I play the same notes, I get high pitch notes the same. I see, you see, they see. Okay, it's a joke. I see with two cuts. That's my limit. Oh, I play not every time. I never played anything higher than I see. I don't think so. I played higher than I see on the trombone. But maybe I get fuller sound. Sometimes you get high pitched notes, but the sound is thinner. I don't like thin sound. I never liked thin sound on a trumpet. Uh, I never liked it. So sometimes I hear screamers, squeak, I know, tweeters, too high. No, I don't like it. That's me. I never liked it. So I'm like this. I don't like it. I'm not even able to play it. So I prefer Clifford Brown, Chet Baker, Miles Davis to Arturo Sandoval, Dizzy Gillespie, or Maynard Ferguson. Who cares? Okay. So I like mouthpiece. For example, I heard that Chet Baker played on 7C, 6C. It's not you play the same trumpet, the same mouthpiece. Oh, your sound is like. First of all, why be so anal about trying to sound exactly like some person? You should sound. This has nothing to do with mouthpieces, but anyway, you should sound like yourself. That's something you cannot change your lips. So on saxophones, you can use the same reed, the same mouthpiece. Trumpet, yeah, no. Everybody has a different mouth, teeth, oral cavity, different lips, different thickness, different shape, whatever. You cannot change so much your basic sound. I think that you can try and play high pitch notes, and maybe one day I will play C, D, E, F, G. I don't know. I will never play somebody who play high pitch notes. Why? Because I'm not a natural player of high pitch notes. I also play the trombone. I will never be a, we say, acutista in Italian. Somebody who will play acuti, means high pitch notes. Can I play high pitch notes? Up to a certain point, yes, with practice, determination. Will I ever play like? First of all, I started too late in my life. Uh, I don't have the determination. Even if I could, I don't think I could. To oh, I have some mice in me. To play something that I don't like. I like low notes, lower than the C, the B flat. Okay, I like those notes. So I also have several mouthpieces because I play with one, spend 20 minutes with one. I know people say should play with the same. What is? I don't have a basic even. Maybe all things considered, as I said at the beginning of this video, the 3C is the one I would go. You know, the my go-to mouthpiece. But that's for several people. So mouthpiece is not a solution. I mean, there is a percentage of influence only, but that wouldn't be more than 50%. All the rest is your ability to play, how long have you been playing in your life, and even if you have been playing a lot, the last days, the same day, your lips are tired, so I wouldn't record and do things. I like 2 days where I play only low notes and not so much time, so I'm in perfect shape if I have to record or have a gig. Okay, so if you have any questions, you don't have any questions because you probably don't understand what I'm saying. Okay.